Peace and good afternoon, everyone. Peace and greetings. Thanks for joining me today for this lovely video discussing the transit of Uranus in the sign of Taurus. Peace and greetings. Thanks for joining me. So before I get and dive into all of this good, juicy stuff with Uranus transiting through Taurus for the next 7 years, I want to share with you guys my webinar that I have coming up on the 24th of this month, 6 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. CST, and 9 p.m. EST. I will be discussing aspects in astrology, discussing aspects as far as your natal chart and, as well as transits. Now, if you guys don't, excuse me for that. If you don't know much about aspects basically are the dances that the planets do with each other to detail or describe the type of a relationship that they're having. There are positive aspects and there are also harsh aspects as well that could be troubling and cause issues. So I will be discussing the transits and aspects, and you'll get a chance to kind of understand different aspects and transits that would be coming up for yourself, so you can know when the best time to apply for a job, do something for your business, or, to kind of stay clear and, deal with self or deal with family. I'll be really going in deep, detailing aspects, talking about the square, talking about the trine, talking about the opposition, the conjunction, the sextile, semi-sextile, all of the aspects. So it's going to be fun. Definitely join me there. I do have the link in the description box here. If you want to go on ahead and sign up for that, it is $40 for this specific webinar. So, and it's going to be live and interactive, so you can ask any questions about astrology as well at the end. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I want you guys to stick with me during this video, because oftentimes people just jump in and they just hear something for their particular sign. But you don't want to just listen for your sun sign. You want to listen for your sun sign. You want to listen for your rising sign. You want to listen for your moon sign as well. So I am going to be talking about the transit of Uranus through Taurus for all 12 signs. Okay. So listen for all 3 of your major signs, and listen for your friends and family, because this is a very big deal, because Uranus transits the orbital cycle is 84 years. So we haven't had Uranus in the sign of Taurus since the last time it was there was 1934. So yeah, people only experience like a Uranus transit through a particular sign like once in a lifetime. So this is major, and it stays in a sign for 7 years. Okay, 7 whole years you're going to be experiencing these different things that I'm going to speak with you about according to your sign and the houses that Uranus is going to be falling in. So a bit on Uranus and why this is so important, so vital. Uranus rules sudden shifts and changes. Okay, it rules disasters, accidents, and that's definitely the low nature of Uranus, sudden shakeups and changes and different things happening out of the blue all of a sudden, and these are significant changes that happen with Uranus. Now, in people that don't tend to go with the flow of life and they like things to be the same and they want to know what's going on, they tend to deal with a really, really hard time when it comes to Uranus in transit, when it's aspecting a planet or in their own natal chart, or if it's just in a specific house and it is affecting certain things. So these are great significant changes. And also Uranus represents unusual and eccentric things, unique experiences happening. Okay. Now Uranus is not all bad. It could be quite cruel and quite cold though. But Uranus is not all bad. It also represents miracles. Okay. So I'm really excited about that. It represents miracles. It represents revolutions, sudden revelations. You finally are understanding something or getting some scientific proof behind something. It also represents scientific breakthroughs as well. So, Uranus transits, this is awesome. And it's about time we had Uranus change signs. It's been in the sign of Aries for for the past 7 years or so. And it's time for it to make a change, and it's going to impact us all significantly. So the theme of Uranus, I took some notes, so I'm going to be looking at my notes, making sure I get everything in there. First thing I want to state is that Uranus is going to be affecting the earlier degrees of Taurus, about 1 to 6 degrees for the next year. So people that have early degrees in their fixed signs, and that's Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio, you're going to feel the effects of this the most. Now, don't get me wrong, every single person is going to feel Uranus, but the fixed signs are going to feel it even more than everyone else. That's Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio are going to feel it more significantly, okay? Now, also, what do I want to share with you guys before I dive into everything? Okay, so yes, Uranus is going into Taurus on May the 15th this year. So just like in a week from now, it's going into Taurus, and we've been feeling it already. You know, we tend to feel these planetary transits, especially the big ones, a few months in advance. So it's going into a Taurus on May the 15th, and it's going to stay there until it retrogrades into Aries in November. It's going to retrograde back into Aries in November, and it's going to stay retrograde until about March of 2019, and then it's going to go back into Taurus, where it's going to remain there until 2026. All right. So, what's good about this particular Uranus is that it's going to be trine Saturn for the next couple of years. And I like that. I mean, this is going to be some beautiful shifts and changes to old standing structures that we've been waiting for, that's necessary, especially the structures that are, you know, our government, or, you know, the authorities, and structures within business. We're going to see things, you know, definitely take more of a breeze and an ease and flow that we all are, you know, looking for. And this is going to definitely help business owners and entrepreneurs and things like that. This is going to really, really be a nice, easy flow into certain shifts and changes. And it's just necessary. It's absolutely necessary. And what this is also going to do is going to assist business partners, business partnerships, especially like friendships, friends that are coming together and they have a business with each other. This is going to be an easier transit for them to really see a structure in their business and see it flourishing and growing. And people are going to want to see businesses that are teams and not just single, you know, just one person within the business, but more groups, you know. So this is really awesome. And it's about, Uranus and Taurus is about making money with your friends, making money online, making money, different forms of currency. We're going to definitely see currency shift and change. We're already seeing a lot of things going on with cryptocurrency. We're definitely going to be seeing more of that. There's going to be significant changes when it comes to the banking system as well. The way that we spend our money, our value systems are going to change. Now, this is really, really significant because it's very rare that values and morals change. They tend to stay the same, but they're going to take a shift and a change. And we're going to see a lot of changes in like the space of social media, the internet, and the way that we value these different platforms, the way that we see these different platforms. You know, you're going to see more big businesses online. You're going to see more people making money online. An industry that's going to really grow is just things online, period. People that know social media marketing, all of that type of stuff. You know, that's going to be a major money field, and we've been seeing it growing, but it's going to take a leap and a jump. And that's something that you guys got to understand when it comes to Uranus. Uranus is not just changes. Uranus is quantum leaps and quantum jumps in reality, like major shifts, like I was once matter and now I'm liquid. Like, these are the changes that Uranus represents, okay? Uranus also represents friends as well. So you're going to see that you have more valuable friendships, especially with this North Node and Leo transit that we have been experiencing since May of last year. We have been able to get rid of fake friends because the South Node in Aquarius has allowed us to get rid of fake people, people that were unnecessary, detachments, and all all of that. And now we have come to a space of understanding real love, real connection, real true friendship, and real expression. And now this Uranus in Taurus is going to allow us to have these friendships that we really truly value and consider to be real, and long standing and long lasting, and we're going to be expressing that amongst each other. There's going to be so much expression of love for one another as just a human being, the human race. Wow, I love my fellow human beings because they have taught me how to heal my body. I was going through all of these aches and pains, and I watched these videos on YouTube, and they really helped me heal and change different things. And so now I'm living a better life, and we're going to start appreciating that, appreciating information from other people. Because Uranus is a sign of appreciation Taurus is a sign of appreciation, and Uranus represents information. So we are going to really start appreciating the information that we have received from other people, as well as the information that we give out. So, this is definitely exciting. I've been feeling this energy so much, like just driving around in my car, like loving the fact that I have a car to get me somewhere quickly. The fact that I have a car that gets me to the store in 5 minutes rather than me walking, which would have taken me like an hour or two. That is giving me more life to be lived. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the influence that others play in my life. And, I appreciate learning astrology and these astrology books that have been written and these astrology videos that are put out there. It helps me in my life and helps me know what's going on with my children, my love life, my business, and all of that. So we're going to start expressing just the love and the appreciation of information that comes from others, So also, I think I just mentioned that Taurus rules the banking system. So we're going to see some changes in the banking system, and they should be good. There are going to be some shakeups, and there's going to be some frustrations and all of that. People wanting to hold on to old structures, but we're going to see also, some beautiful things that happen in those particular areas. Now, what you're going to see too is these cooperatives come together, like people coming together, like, I'm not dealing with the government. I'm not dealing with these banking systems. I'm about to do my own thing. Me and my friends, we're going to put our money together. We're going to get some things going for ourselves. We don't need to deal with these tax dollars. They're taxing us. It keeps going up and up. We're going to figure out our own thing, because Uranus also represents independence. Very similar to Mars, and Uranus is very similar to Mars. It's a higher octave of Mercury, but it's very similar to Mars in its energy and sudden shifts and changes and things like that. So, let's see. Okay, so yes, this is really exciting. Uranus rules technology, okay? It rules technological devices. It rules the advancements in technology, all of that stuff. And Taurus rules the human body, all right? It rules the human physical body. So we're going to see more things like, what is it called? Transhumanism. This is like really the season of transhumanism. You're going to really see the emergence of AI, artificial intelligence with the human body, people getting chips put into their bodies, all of that type of stuff. Currency is going to mostly be on cards or, in the pinky finger, you're going to swipe real quick, that type of stuff. This is the season for that. We all have been knowing that's going to come, and it's been on its way for quite some time. But within this next 7 years, you're going to see that made manifest. Absolutely. So there's going to be innovations when it comes to permaculture and farming and things like that as well. We're going to hear more stuff about fake food. A lot of things about cloning food, cloning trees, because they're going to feel like, oh my God, we don't have enough trees and forests. So they're going to make a fake forest and stuff like that. That's type of stuff is happening. It's coming, Also, what's really exciting about Uranus and Taurus is that it makes sudden millionaires. So people will suddenly come into wealth. People will win money. People will see themselves going from nothing to everything instantly with Uranus and Taurus. Now, this also could be devastating for those who have been having lots of money. They can see a significant drop in their finances too. So we're going to also see major changes when it comes to the stock market, as far as things such as artificial intelligence, such as things when it comes to the marijuana industry, because Taurus rules the marijuana industry, you know, all things that deal with land. So we're going to see some significant shifts and changes to these particular areas, you guys. So, yes, now, what else did I want to share with you guys? Okay, so yes, Uranus rules the earth. Okay, it rules the ground of planet Earth and what we are standing on. This is a major time for major natural disasters and shakeups of the earth. Shifts, I mean planetary shifts where this mountain was here and now it's over there. Like those types of shifts and shakeups is what Uranus and Taurus represents. I mean, it represents so many things, but I am going to move on. I don't want this video to be too long because I am going to upload it to YouTube. And so I want to get into all the 12 signs and how they're going to be affected by this particular transit. And if you are watching this video on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe and ring the bell icon, because I will be posting more on YouTube now. And I mean, Uranus is making that shift and change for me. It's hitting my 4th and my 3rd houses. So I will be more on YouTube. Even for my people that are watching me on Facebook right now, definitely subscribe to my channel on YouTube, Kateria.know. You can find me there. I have a lot of videos. If you haven't checked out my videos, I have a lot of videos on YouTube, so you could check those out. And so nevertheless, before I get into how it's going to affect each signs, for the people that are just signing in, I want you guys to know that I am holding a webinar on the aspects in astrology when it comes to transit and when it comes to the natal chart. So definitely sign up for that. I have the link in the description box so you guys can learn about aspects, learn what it means that your Mars squares Mercury. What does it mean that Venus, you know, is at a sextile to his Uranus? What do these things mean? We're going to be talking about the aspects so you guys can understand them when it comes to transits, when it comes to the natal chart, as well as when it comes to synastry. I love talking about synastry. So you guys will be learning a lot with that particular webinar that's going to be held the 24th of this month, 6 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. CST, and 9 p.m. EST. All right? So nevertheless, let's get right into it. Taurus. This is for the rising signs primarily, but you're going to listen for your rising, your sun, and your moon. So Uranus is going to be transiting your 1st house, Taurus. And so this is going to bring many changes to your outlook on life, the way that you view the world, your perception of reality. And this is going to also change up your appearance and your approach to things. Oftentimes, Tauruses could be very reserved and kind of conservative in a sense, you know, and cautious when it comes to their reality. But Uranus transiting your sign is going to make you feel a lot more free and more open, and you're going to change up your expression. If you've been wearing the same hairstyle for some time, you're going to see yourself wanting to break free and wear a different style and just kind of change up. You may take on a bit of an Aquarian-like personality and want to be more open, more expressive, more fun, more friendly, all of that. You'll be meeting some new friends. So this is not the time to say no new friends, Taurus. This is a time where you will be meeting some awesome new friends. All right? Now, understand that your personality could be a little awkward, but it's going to be beautiful as long as you are free flowing with yourself. And this is what this is going to do, is going to make you very authentic in your expression. All right, moving along, Aries, this is going to be hitting your 2nd house. All right. So Aries, this is really exciting for you, because what this is going to be doing is it's going to be revitalizing your earning potential and your finances. You know, you got to be mindful though, because this could make you spend money too quickly, you know, spend money before you have it and all of that. And you can see major fluctuations when it comes to your finances. Big time balling one week, eating ramen noodles the next, you know. So what this is also going to do, speaking of eating ramen noodles, is going to change your diet. It's going to elevate your diet, because Uranus still rules elevation, you know, growth and elevation. So Uranus transiting your 2nd house, this is going to make you want to take on a better form of consumption. All right. And it's going to have you looking more into the science of the foods that you're eating. You want to look, you know, see what alkalinity level is this water, or is this fruits, or things like that. I actually experienced this over the last 7 years, and I became vegan, and now I'm paleo and all of these things. So you will see yourself shifting and changing your diet. You may not even be consistent with one form of consumption, but you may shift and change, go back, and all of these different types of things. Also, this is a great time for you to collab with some friends when it comes to business and making money. You will have some friends assisting you in making some money, so that's really, really cool. And your morals and your value system for yourself and those around you will also shift and change as well. In your material possessions, you may want to become I believe it's called like a minimalist. You may, want to be more free and not be so rigid when it comes to certain possessions. So that's always good. You guys are just really kind of like about to undergo a spiritual awakening. And as a matter of fact, all 12 signs are undergoing a spiritual awakening in a particular area of their life with this transit of Uranus. So this is amazing. Now, Pisces, Uranus is going to be transiting your 3rd house. This is going to revitalize your mind. It's going to give you new ideas. It's going to refresh your thinking, overall. This is going to help you when it comes to your communication. You may find yourself communicating more online, being more free with your expression, being more open with your word, or even being more scientific with your word. You could even pick up some type of a scientific study or something like that with this particular transit taking place. But this is also going to affect the lives of your siblings in a very significant way. Definitely you want to reach out to them, send them so much love, because there could be certain accidents that takes place in our life. And even for yourself, you want to be mindful while driving, because this is a time of getting in accidents more than any other time. Uranus transiting the 3rd house. You want to make sure everything is good with your car. All kinds of little crazy stuff with the cars could happen while Uranus is transiting, especially if there's like another transit taking place, another aspect of the moon or of Mercury or something like that. So if you want to watch out for those things, definitely hit me up, inbox me, so I can, help guide you and see what's really going on a much deeper level. Now, this is a time where you may suddenly want to write more. You have some cool ideas, and now you're just writing and doing your thing. So this is excellent for you, Pisces. And there's so much more, you guys, but to each of these houses, to each sign, there's so much more that is going to be happening, but I have to move on for the sake of time. But if you want to know more how this is going to affect you, definitely inbox me, email me, so we can schedule a session and look at your other aspects in your chart to see what else is going to be affected during the 7-year transit. All right. Now, Aquarius, this is going to be hitting your 4th house. And when Uranus hits your 4th house, this is an awesome thing. I mean, it could, of course, bring some troubles. I mean, every transit could bring some problems. It depends on the quantum reality that you are tapped into. If you are up for some dharma, then it's going to be good. If you're up for some karma, it could be tough, and it depends on your metaphysical understanding. What mind state or mind frame are you tapped into? What belief system, what thoughts are you allowing to play out in your mind? These are going to be the things that really dictate how these planetary transits play out in your reality. So you want to pay attention to that stuff as well. So nevertheless, Aquarius, this is stating that you are likely going to be moving or changing your home in a very significant way. You could either be moving or redecorating your home in a very significant way, putting more technology into your home, or even removing, certain technologies. Like some people are like, I don't want Wi-Fi in my house. These different types of things can take place while Uranus is transiting your 4th house. Now, this could also bring up some things from the past where you suddenly realize why you are who you are today based upon what happened in the past, like different revelations, emotional evolutions, and you'll see yourself like elevating from an emotional space, which is definitely divine. This could also bring a significant change to your family. You could become a step parent, or you could have some type of a change happen in the life of your father, your mother, or something like that. Or you could have some friends or family need to stay with you temporarily as well. So keep your house open, Aquarius, and keep your feelings and your emotions open, because there are going to be some beautiful shifts and changes that take place in that area. And I hope that this is going to bring some growth and some elevation when it comes to the emotional state as well. It should. So next sign, Capricorn. I like this transit for you, Capricorn. Y'all better be happy since you have, right now you have, who's that guy? Saturn in your sign right now. And that could be a little bit tough, you know, having Saturn in your sign. But Uranus going into Taurus, it will ease things over. You are going to be undergoing major shifts and changes, Capricorn. Some things can feel stale with Saturn in your sign, but having Uranus going into your 5th house, this is going to tell you it's time for you to have more fun. It's time for you to let loose. It's time for you to shift things when it comes to your creativity. There could be certain changes coming into the lives of your children. I mean, your children could be having new friends, different things like that. You could even see yourself, you know, having to take on a certain leadership position when it comes to your entourage, when it comes to your crew. You may even take on some type of a humanitarian pursuit when it comes to helping children in one way or another as well. Now, this is also going to revitalize your dating life. If you are single, this is going to bring new, interesting, unique people into your life, into your atmosphere. So that's really excellent. But if you are already booed up, this could bring a spark into your relationship, a much needed spark where you guys are going out on different dates and seeing different things, doing different and new things. And this is also going to assist with that spark in the bedroom, which is always very awesome. Now, this could, you know, make people want to be more open and more expressive when it comes to intimacy and romance and sex and stuff like that. So you want to be mindful because Mars is going retrograde in your sign. So you don't want to be humping and hopping around and doing all this stuff. And then when Mars goes direct, you get the itchy scratchies. So just be more mindful, Caps, because this is y'all time of dealing with some stuff. All right. So nevertheless, we're going to move along to the 6th house. Now, this is Sagittarius, okay? Sagittarius, you guys are going to be undergoing major changes when it comes to your work environment. Maybe the time that you go to work is going to change, or you could change jobs entirely. Your schedule may change. If you tend to work in the early day, you may end up working in the evening. You know, just different shifts and changes there. Also, shifts and changes when it comes to your health. You know, your health and your fitness, your working out, those things can shift and change for you as well. Maybe even on the job, you could get new coworkers, new employees, all of these different types of things, new helpers. Your friends could start working with you. You could start making more friends on the job as well. Or you could start exercising, working out with certain friends, or, you know, learning certain things about fitness when it comes to the science of it and watching things on YouTube, on, you know, the internet overall. You know, those different types of things can happen. This also, when this transit comes about, people end up dealing with new technology on the job. Oftentimes, maybe you guys get a new phone system, you know, just kind of like a whole brand new system. And this is going to be very significant. You will feel this. Also, you could end up with an unusual pet, you know, like a ferret or a pterodactyl. No, just kidding. I had to say that. I like that word. So yeah, you could end up dealing with a pet. A friend could bring you a pet or something like, oh, look at this fluffy little dog. Isn't it so cute? And you may have not even liked pets or care for them, and now you have one. This is going to bring some major shifts to your health overall. You know, if you had been dealing with some health issues, hopefully this transit can shift that and bring some changes to you. But this could, you know, make your health kind of go up and down, up and down. So you really want to pay attention to your blood flow and circulation. Absolutely. And pay attention to your nutrition more than anything when it comes to this for all of you Sagittarians out there. All right, I'm going to move right along to the next sign, which is Scorpio. Scorpio, this is going to be hitting you in the 7th house. All right. Now, this is going to affect your relationships, your partnerships. You could be undergoing some major shifts and changes when it comes to love and relating. All right. If you are tied up, caked up already, you could end up going through a breakup, you know, with this 7-year transit, you know, but this could be a good thing if it happens this year, because Jupiter is in your sign, so this could be something that is beneficial. You guys could just be growing and going in opposite directions. Now, this is for Scorpios that are single. This transit tends to make you be more open when it comes to relationships. You know, expand your horizons, date different people, become polyamorous or something like that. You want to have a more open expression when it comes to that particular area of life, you know, and you could even find yourself meeting some very unique and different people when it comes to love as well, when it comes to dating. But what this tends to do also is you feel like you manifested the best person that you could have ever possibly gotten. Like, you end up meeting that ideal partner after, you know, that open dating thing and seeing all these different people. It feels like the universe just comes and blesses you, because remember, Uranus also represents miracles. So you can end up feeling like that. Be mindful to Scorpios of what you're doing while you're open relating and all of that type of stuff as well. All right? Make sure you guys watch out. So the next sign we are going to discuss is Libra. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Scorpio. Also, this could change certain things when it comes to business contracts, you know, things like that. And you may end up finding out some friends are enemies and all of that type of stuff as well. So I got to point that out. Friends with benefits could end up, you know, formulating, or even friends could end up becoming significant partners in your life. I had to say that. Now, when it comes to Libras, this transit is going to be hitting your 8th house. So this is going to put an emphasis on your finances as well. You could receive, if you have a business, this is a great time to receive an investor or a sponsor, or, you know, something of that nature. This is also time to pay attention to insurance and getting insurance policies when it comes to your business or when it comes to your life overall, because there could be sudden shakeups and shifts and things like that. You guys also could experience a transition of a friend that could be pretty tough, because Uranus could be very tough and very cold, you know. So you guys got to watch out for that. You got to watch out also for accidents yourselves too. You know, you want to be mindful, because Uranus transiting the 8th house, it could cause a deadly accident. So you want to be mindful of that, Libras. Now, also, this is going to shift and change up your sex life. If you've been celibate for a while, you ain't gonna be celibate with this transit, all right? You gonna be boinking somebody. Just kidding. But yeah, it could bring significant changes to your sex life. If you've been more open sexually, you may become more recluse or more conservative when it comes to your sex life, you know, or some people may want to experiment. You know, you may be straight and now you are bisexual. You want to try something different. I mean, these things happen. Or you just, you know, you want to add a couple of partners to the bedroom. You want some variety. You want to change and switch up some things in that particular area of life. All right. Now, what this also does is it will show you your power, Libra. It will show you your intuitive power and ability. So that's really awesome. And you'll start to see, like, if you practice a certain spiritual form where you're practicing rituals or things like that, you'll start to see sudden and instant manifestation based upon your magnetic power or based upon the rituals and the God beings that you work with. So this is really amazing. You'll start to see more power. You may end up having some telekinetic abilities and things like that, being able to utilize them. All right, so the next sign is Virgo. Virgo, you have this transit is going to be hitting your 9th house, and I really like this transit for you, Virgo. I feel really good about this. I promise Virgos, you guys are having a very good time. You guys are having a bit of a tough time too with Saturn transiting your 5th house and, you know, kind of slowing things down in the romantic area, or you're seeing your children grow up and that could be kind of tough on you. But with Uranus transiting your 9th house, this is going to help your mind grow and expand. You may end up studying astrology or some form of science at this particular time. A friend may assist you in seeing the world in a different way. You may go around traveling and sudden travels and, you know, ideal destinations and seeing all these unique things, and you're going to feel like a certain staleness kind of lifted up off of you, you know, and your mind is going to expand. Your philosophy is going to expand. Now, if you are religious in any way, shape, or form, this can change your religion. You may stop practicing a certain belief system and change it overall. You know, this is really interesting how this works. Now, you could end up going back to school, learning something. You could even get a really cool, dope new car that has high technology in it and all of these different types of things. You could even win a vacation, you know, win a vacation with a friend, like, oh, I want a trip to Cabo, let's go, you know. So this is really excellent. This is really awesome. You'll even meet friends while traveling. You're in Greece or something like that, and now you and this person that you met, you guys are really close, you guys are vibing, you guys are friends. So this is excellent for you. And your humor is going to expand. You know, you may have a bit of a dry humor, but you're going to be able to laugh a lot more, you know, and see more joy coming out of yourself. So that's really good. Y'all need that. Y'all need that. Eeks. But I love Virgos. I'm messing with y'all. Y'all my descendants. I love y'all. I gotta marry y'all, okay? Next sign is Leo, 10th house. Okay, so Leo, this is going to bring some significant changes when it comes to your career. If you have been working for someone, you may end up becoming independent and starting your own business, going into a field for yourself, something that you've always wanted. Your ideal dream career or job is what is being stated here. So this is really excellent. You could end up building and creating a business with a friend or a business online, launching a website, something like that over these next 7 years. This is excellent. You want more freedom when it comes to your business, when it comes to your career. You want to be free. You don't want to be bound to anything. There's different shifts and changes that are coming into your life. You're growing more spiritually with the transit of the North Node conjuncting your sun or your rising or your moon. And you just want more freedom in your life overall, and really when it comes to business, that's where it's needed, you know, so you can do what you want to do, you know. This is good. Could also, like, if you're in school and you're in college, you can end up totally changing your major, you know. That's also for Virgos. If you're in school, you can end up changing your major and wanting to get into a whole nother field. Now, so Leo, this could do this for you too. You could end up going into business with a friend. You could end up changing your business entirely, maybe the face of it, maybe what you're doing with it, the direction it's going in, totally shifting and changing it up. Maybe you run a banking company and now you want to become a chef and open a restaurant. These different types of things will be happening for you, Leo. So it's really awesome. And you could even really be, you could have kind of not really understood yourself so much, and now you're seeing the value that you bring to the rest of the world. You know, your unique expression on the rest of the world and your unique legacy that you're leaving behind. So that's really excellent for you. Happy for y'all. Definitely enjoy this time, you know, and you'll also get some older friends, you know, some older mentors, Virgos as well. You guys will get some older friends that can help you with business and help you see the light, or help you see, you know, life from an objective standpoint, from like the elder years of life. You know, many of you are the young Leos. You guys can be planning for your future, you know, starting your 401k plan and start planning for the future for your older years and things like that. So yes. Excuse me for smacking. I'm trying to stop smacking. I'm trying to stop saying, okay, let me stop saying that. I'm stopping smacking. I'm stopping saying, all right. So who I got next? I got Cancer, and then I have Gemini. Okay, so Cancer, this is going to be hitting you in the 11th house. Now, this is awesome, awesome, awesome stuff, because Uranus is at home in the 11th house. You guys could feel very lucky when it comes to this particular transit. You can be feeling like you're getting the things that you've been wanting out of life. You're able to instantly manifest your ideals and your dreams into your reality. You're going to feel yourself connecting to amazing people. You may get into some humanitarian work that feels really, really good. It feels like you're doing something worthy. You know, this is also going to help you in just gaining new friends friends overall, new awesome friends that they could be on the internet or something like that, but they will really expand your life and you will value them in a particular way. You can see your friends that you currently have kind of grow or undergo a spiritual transformation and evolution, and you could be, you very well could be assisting them on that. So that's awesome. Or they could be assisting you with your spiritual growth or something in something in those particular areas. This is also a time where you will be gaining some new technology, understanding technology in a new type of a way. Maybe you're getting on a new social media platform as well, and you're starting to understand these things and gaining more friends and just kind of opening yourself up. You're going to really be feeling free. You're going to undergo a major change for yourself overall, which is going to be beneficial, which is going to be quite beautiful as well. So definitely looking forward to that for you Cancers, because my best friend is a Cancer. So we're going to have some fun with this cycle, you know. And I said again, see, I'm going to change. Don't even trip. So what else? The last sign. I'm going to get into the last sign. I'm going to get into Gemini. Gemini, this transit is going to be hitting your 12th house. All right. Now, Gemini, this could be tough. This could be tough, but it could also be very beautiful. This could be a time of manifesting your greatest dreams and desires and some of the most beautiful things that you never expected to happen in your life. You know, like, oh my gosh, I just got my dream house and this and this and that. Now, on another notion of this, you know, on the other quantum reality is you could be losing some friends. You know, you can have some friends that are sick in the hospital, not feeling well. You know, you got to reach out to these people. Or you could even be losing technology, losing your phone, something that was really significant and important to you. So you want to watch out for stuff like that. You could even be losing your sense of purpose or your sense of your consciousness, kind of like, oh, I was feeling like this, and now, you know, you could kind of get into a dark space when it comes to that, you know. And there could be sudden accidents that take place that end you up in, or a friend in jail or in the hospital. So and this is a 7-year transit, all right? So this could be in some type of an institution, but on the high side is you could even find yourself volunteering in these different types of institutions, helping these institutions, you know, helping people see the light in these types of places and in these types of spaces. So that's definitely a very beautiful thing, you know. And you guys really want to be mindful though of losing it, you know, suddenly losing it, somebody saying something and a friend, or you find out somebody betrayed you and you just suddenly lose it in a sense. You know, that's something that could definitely happen to Geminis, and it's because it's the 12th house. The 12th house, you know, is the house of endings, and it's the harshest house. It's, you know, the karmic house. So you can end up undergoing some karma when it comes to friends and things in that particular area, and money too. You know, you can have some sudden losses of money as well, but you can also have some sudden gains of money, winning the lottery, hitting the jackpot. That type of stuff can happen for you as well, Gemini. Now, once again, you guys, this has been a brief delineation for all 12 signs. Due to time, I try to talk as super fast as I could so that I could get as much out there as possible. But definitely, if you want to get a more in-depth reading, and I could look at the aspects and the different transits this is going to be making to your different houses, because I look at the solar houses as well as the ascendant houses, and those are two different streams, you know, to really see what's going on. We could look at the aspects that are going to be coming up in transit, the aspects that it's going to be making to your own planets and things like that. So definitely inbox me if you want to get a reading, personal reading with me, and also sign up for my webinar, Understanding Aspects, that is coming up on the 24th of the month. You know, the link is there. If you are on YouTube watching this video, definitely like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can hear and see more from me. Peace, light, and love to all of you guys. It's been a divine pleasure speaking with you, and enjoy this transit of Uranus.